You guys wanted to bring you new breaking information in the Shanquella Robinson case. It looks like we might have new hope. The FBI is involved and they are investigating. But did you know that the reason what the FBI and what seems to be taking so long with the investigation is the doctor?
The alleged culprits behind the death of Shanquella have received so much online hatred for supposedly having a hand in the untimely demise of everyone's favorite. In fact, netizens have tagged these individuals as the Evil Cabo 6. However, they are ignoring the fact that the doctor who could have helped Shanquella is equally responsible for Shanquella's demise. Keep watching to find out how. The media has exposed Shanquella's fake friends for perpetuating her death and lying that she was just impacted by alcohol poison. It turned out that these so-called friends lied to the doctor who tried reviving Shanquella into consciousness, and their lie made matters worse. But we all need to reason that the doctor should never just take advice from friends. She ought to do her own investigation. Also, if it's true that it was alcohol poison, she should have treated her at the hospital and not for several hours in the village. Therefore, she is also to be blamed as well, which the FBI should definitely be investigating. Information from a police report says Shanquella Robinson was alive when medical help first arrived at the vacation home where she was staying with a group of people last month in Cabo, Mexico. The report differs from details previously reported from 25-year-old Shanquella's death certificate that said she died within 15 minutes of being injured. Instead, a police report excerpt shows a doctor from a local hospital was with Robinson and others in the house for close to 3 hours before she was pronounced dead. The Charlotte Observer obtained excerpts from a police report that had not yet been publicly released. The information was provided to the Observer by Gerardo Zuniga, an investigative reporter who works in Los Cabos for Metrópoli MX, and details were first reported by Metrópoli MX. Notably, the police information reported by and provided from Metrópoli MX does not mention obvious signs of Robinson's physical injuries, which family members have said existed on her body prior to her burial. Grave injuries to her back and neck were determined to be the cause of death after an autopsy by officials in Mexico. The police report says she also suffered cardiac arrest. Since her death, the FBI and Mexican police authorities have launched investigations into how she died. The lack of conclusive evidence and conflicting explanations has led to her story going viral, invoking global outcry with countless people closely following Robinson's death. The hashtag Justice for Shanquella has been trending on Twitter, Facebook, and TikTok. The Charlotte Observer has been unable to reach those who were with her on the trip. No arrests were reported till date. Robinson's family became suspicious of her friend's claims that she died of alcohol poisoning when a Mexican autopsy report showed that her cause of death was severe spinal cord injury and atlas luxation. The Observer attempted to reach Cabo Police via email and social media messages and did not receive a response. Zuniga told the Observer he obtained the internal law enforcement report through a source. Robinson's family did not return multiple calls and messages. The information from the police report shows that at 2:13 p.m. on October 29, medical help was summoned to Villa Linda 32, a property run by company Cabo Villas located in San Jose del Cabo. Around an hour later, Dr. Carolina Beatriz Ornelas Gutierrez of the American Medical Center, a local hospital, arrived to treat Shanquella, according to report excerpts. House calls to vacation rentals for routine non-emergency medical services are common in tourist hubs in Mexico. The Observer confirmed with American Medical Center on Monday that Gutierrez is employed there. The hospital did not respond to requests for the medical and autopsy reports. It is unclear in the police report excerpt who called for medical help, but the reporting person is listed as Winter Donovan of Greensboro. Donovan is one of 6 people identified by family, friends, and media sources as a person Shanquella was traveling with. Donovan could not be reached to comment, and her phone number listed on the police report excerpt had been disconnected. The police report excerpt is in Spanish. According to a Charlotte Observer staff translation of the document, Dr. Gutierrez says she was told Robinson had drunk a lot of alcohol and the medical call was for Robinson to be given an IV. The police record indicates Gutierrez found a female, understood in the report to be Shanquella, with stable vital signs but dehydrated, unable to communicate verbally, and appearing to be inebriated. The doctor reported that she believed Shanquella needed to be transferred to a hospital, but her friends insisted that she be treated in the villa. Dr. Gutierrez attempted an IV but was unsuccessful, according to the report excerpt. It's unclear what medication was in the IV. The information from police says the doctor was there for close to an hour when Robinson began having a seizure. The convulsions from the seizure lasted less than a minute, according to the report. At this point, the patient's friend, named Winter Donovan, called 911 to request an ambulance, according to the Observer's Spanish to English translation of the report. This was around 4:20 p.m. In the meantime, the patient presented with difficulty breathing and a lowered pulse, and they gave her rescue breaths. The doctor, along with a friend, began administering CPR at 4:49 p.m. when Gutierrez detected Robinson had stopped having a pulse. Police arrived and talked with the doctor who was treating Robinson at 5:25 p.m. It's not clear from the information in the police report exactly what time an ambulance arrived from the 911 call. The report information indicates paramedics administered a total of 14 rounds of CPR, 5 doses of adrenaline, and 6 discharges without success. Unable to revive Robinson, Gutierrez declared her dead at 5:57 p.m., according to the report excerpt. The police report lists deceased person as the reason police were called. As expected, fans believe Dr. Carolina was utterly unprofessional in treating Shanquella, and as a result, she ought to face consequences, as a fan wrote. The doctor who treated Shanquella in the hours before her passing is Dr. Carolina Beatriz Ornelas Gutierrez. IMO Dr. Gutierrez is just as complicit in letting Shanquella slowly and painfully die from her injuries by not seeking immediate care at a proper facility. And another fan added, so the doctor in Cabo told the friends to have Shanquella Robinson transferred to an area hospital, but the friends insisted that she be treated at the villa instead. Like what? While a fan commented, I can't believe a doctor decided not to take Shanquella to the hospital just because her friends requested her to be treated there. SMH, the more I hear, the more I'm upset for her. Another fan reacted, Shanquella Robinson was reportedly still alive when paramedics arrived. Doctors spent 3 hours trying to save her and said her friends DI'd and want her treated at a hospital. Also, Salamander Robinson, Shanquella's mother, told news outlets that each friend from the trip has a different story, and they initially told her that her daughter had alcohol poisoning. Official autopsy reports list the cause of death as severe spinal cord injury and atlas luxation. Additionally, Mexican authorities are investigating Robinson's death as a possible femicide. The State Attorney General's Office of Baja California Sur announced in a statement. According to ABC News, and the FBI began investigating Robinson's death amid the conflicting reports, the agency confirmed in a statement last Friday to the Charlotte Observer and other outlets. Meanwhile, a video of a fight has gone viral, and Robinson's mother told CBS News she recognizes her daughter in the footage. The footage shows a naked woman, barely verbal, being hit and punched in the face multiple times by another woman until she falls to the ground. A person not seen in the video is heard saying, Quella, can you at least fight back?
Quella, can you at least fight back?
Well, the FBI says they have seen the video, and since Shanquella's death, the FBI and Mexican law enforcement have launched investigations on how she died. Despite her friends telling her parents that she suffered from alcohol poisoning, Robinson's death was upgraded to criminal matter. The lack of evidence and conflicting explanations from her friends has invoked global outcry, with countless people closely following Robinson's death. The hashtag Justice for Shanquella has been trending all over the internet. A fan wrote, a new year, and still we don't have hashtag Justice for Shanquella. Her family deserve answers and closure to the murder of hashtag Shanquella Robinson. We cannot forget and move on till justice is served. This is the least we can do. Hashtag protect black women. Another fan added, please do not forget hashtag Shanquella Robinson. She deserves justice, and the people who beat her to death are a persistent, unmitigated danger while free. That'll be all for now. See you in the next video.